I am so excited for this unboxing. I've had this board game in the background of my videos for quite some time now, and it is still sealed in a shiny cellophane. But it's the festive period. I'm really excited to play this game, so let's come on the unboxing. What's up, Dudes and Dudettes, all you awesome people? Welcome to the Geeky Heathen channel. I am Glen, the Geeky Heathen, here with a unboxing of this board game, Dungeons and Dragons Adventure Begins, a cooperative board game. Now, this was an impulsive pickup, really. I went to HMV looking at the new D&D Funko Pops that come out. But I was like, I'm moving away from Funko Pops. I don't want any more. I've got one D&D one which I'm happy with, Gelatinous Cube. And then I saw this on the shelf and I was like, ooh, I'm a huge D&D fan. I like playing D&D. I've joined a few D&D clubs previously, played a few games there, and a few of my friends who are where I previously worked used to play it, so we worked together and played together. I'm a big D&D fan. And I saw the board game, I thought, do you know what? For £24.99, plus they had 10% off all board games that day, I thought, I'm going to have to give this a go. So, let me get myself out of this. Look at the front of it there. There is nice artwork on the front. Classical D&D characters there. So you got like your what rogue there maybe, your wizard, dwarf. Let's look at the back of the box first of all. Just take a look at this. It's quite intriguing, it did. So it's showing you all the different things that's going to come in this box, which is what I'm looking forward to unboxing now and seeing. It says Adventure Begins is a cooperative fantasy board game for the whole family set in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. Defeat monsters, collect treasure, be a hero. A new adventure every time you play. This to me sounds like a typical dungeon crawler board game, and I like. I'm interested in seeing how the tiles work out, find out how it's different each time, because it just looks like the board game there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I imagine they're double-sided, so it'd be 8 possibly different boards. I'm interested in seeing it because the most dungeon crawlers I know of, they have tiles which you turn over for each point, and you don't know whereabouts you're going in the dungeon. Whereas this is pretty much set tiles, so I'm very intrigued as to how it's going to play. I'm going to assume that it's going to play pretty much like a D&D, like a battle scene. That's what it's going to be, like a dungeon crawler. There's not going to be much role playing going on. It's just going to be like the battle scenes and fighting, which I'm happy with because they're pretty exciting in bits anyway. Let's open this box up. The lid to one side. This is what it looks like. Oh, looks good, looks good. So there is a cooperative board game. This is the rule book. This is really nicely put together. Again, the first page again shows you what's inside there. I'm assuming this is the rule book. Welcome to Adventure Play. The first time you play, setup. So it tells you all about your setup and stuff and how to set up. Assemble the board. It's pretty much like I assume it was. These 4 tiles are the main board you play on, so it's very limited in the size of dungeon you play. Set up, choosing your heroes, choose your backpack, whatever that is. I haven't played it yet or looked into it yet. Playing through a dungeon board, combat, and then it shows you a few of the characters there: human, elf, dragonborn, dwarf. Icon keys, tells you how to win the game. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be fairly straightforward. Character reference on the back. I mean, if you know D&D, then it's going to be, I imagine, very, very simple. So here are, they're just single-sided. So that's interesting. This is the tiles. They're all connected together. I don't know why, because they're going to pop out anyway. They're like, kind of like this, but they're pop-out tiles they are. So for example, I'll take one out quickly. Ooh. These are the tiles. Now to me, this only looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movements, or 6 spaces to move. So it's not very big, in my opinion. I don't understand yet how you play it. Mount Hotty now. Mount Hotty now. That's Hotmail, actually. Then we have. Oh, again, let me get them all out. Don't need these. Gauntle Grim. They all seem to have a similar layout. It seems to be like 1, 2, 3, 4 across. So, yeah, the regular ones had 4 across as well, and some alternative ways around it, I'm guessing. There's Neverwinter. Okay, and Neverwinter Wood. Not a lot, really, of game tiles, like for movement spaces. Very, very intriguing. You know, everything is connected. So you have these, I'm assuming these are the monster cards. These 4 here. Then you have the Healer, the Bandit, the Genius, the Peacekeeper, the Trickster, the Outlaw, the Fixer, the Rebel. These are the same on each side. Oh, the other side's different as well. The Seeker, the Gambler, the Wanderer, the Tornado, the Scholar, the Enforcer, the Champion, the Sage. Okay, let's get these cards off. The little ones, which had all the little names, just went through already, like this. The Tornado look like this. Then you have Felbris the Beholder. The artwork in this is amazing. I really like this. And on the back there, you have like some sort of counter that goes all the way around. There's red at the bottom. I'm assuming this is maybe health because it's got 0 red all the way up to 20. So I'm assuming this is like a health. Then we have some numbers for Miss, Nightmare Vision, Disintegration Ray, Death Ray. And after defeat, little note, sub-note, says 1 by 1 Felbris eye stalks close their lids until finally its central eye crashes shut and it falls to the ground. The weird formations and strange creatures the beholder conjured disappear, and the dwarves are able to reclaim their home. Cool. So, interesting. It's got a little backstory of what happens whenever you defeat these creatures. And then you have the Kraken. It's an interesting depiction of the Kraken, isn't it? I always assume a Kraken was more like a giant squiddy octopus. See, this is more like a giant, some form of crustacean, but also looks more like a fish. And a similar thing on the back there, like the health counter at the top there, some information. I'm guessing this is to do with their attacks and some extra attacks and stuff they have. And it tells you another bit after defeat about it as well. And you have Orn the Fire Giant. That's very Norse, isn't it? A fire giant like that. Again, artwork, fantastic. One of the things about D&D is amazing is the artwork. Similar back, like I said, they're all the same on the back. And then the final creature card is Death Sleep, the Green Dragon. Ooh. Again, really nice art. I like the art on that I do. And all his attacks and information on the back there. His attacks, for example, is Miss, Tail Lash, Wing Attack, and Poison Breath. Ooh. And then we have some more cards. Hey, how do I open this up? Let's get these off and go through these. So, I've taken all of these off first of all. These little coins, I'm assuming. They look like coins. Looks like a 1 on it. I'm assuming these are like gold coins. They're all the same, all of 1. There was 12 on each sleeve, on each card, on each sheet. So there's 24 of these in total. Not a lot of treasure if these are treasure tokens. 24 treasure tokens. Well, this probably is going to be like a really fast-paced game from what I've looked at, what I'm just assuming so far. And then the little cards I took off there were these ones. So you have like 3 red cards, 3 blue, 3 green, 3 yellow. So it's like there's 4 sort of main superheroes. But these character ones, so it says Patrin Neomis's race red dragonborn class rogue. The opposite side of that has a different character. Same surname, Corin Nemonis. Nemonis? Yeah, Nemonis. Race Red Dragonborn Class Rogue. So, I suppose there's like going to be 2 different types. I don't know if it's going to be like male, female on one or the other. And then it looks like it's got some sort of... These cards are different on each side as well. Survivalist, but then you've got Sneak Attack, Short Sword, Double Sickles, Lightning Breath. So these look like pros. It looks like some sort of weapons. At the top there, it looks like they've got a list of weapons and attacks, and then the bottom is some sort of... I'm not too sure, to be honest, yeah? Survivalist. Describe how you turn your surroundings into a weapon, then roll, and nothing happens. It's interesting, like sleight of hand. These look like actions at the bottom and then weapons at the top. So there's 3 like double sided of these, and then you have Salazar Astario, blue, and Kia Astario. So yeah, it looks like male, female is what it looks like to me on these. It's a human sorcerer, and you have like sorcery spells and different actions and abilities. So 2 of them on each side again. And Lucan Silverfrond, race elf class bard. And the opposite side is Thea Silverfrond, race elf class bard. So you don't get to choose your race and class and things like that. It looks like these are determined preset. Which fair enough, it's a board game, it's quick, isn't it? And I'd say same thing again, double-sided, different weapons and abilities. And the gold one or yellow one is Attack Strongheart, dwarf fighter. And Riss Strongheart, a dwarf fighter. Weapons and abilities, whatever these counters are. And we have 4 of these clipboards. I'm not sure what goes in these yet. I'm assuming you put your cards in these maybe. Like you'd have a card like that and your character things. I'm not too sure yet. I shall find out as I go along. There is a slider on the bottom of this as well. And on one side it has 0 to 10. So that's some sort of counter for something. Find out as I play. Into 3 packs of cards. Let's just open these up. So 3 separate packs of cards. I'm gonna keep them separate. I'm not sure what they are, what the difference is. Just quickly fly through these and see what's on this. I don't know what any of these are. For example, that side that says "When Swords Fly," and on the back it's got, is that sword floating? No, it's flying. And then it's got a little box underneath that says, "Quick, each player come up with a plan to keep yourself from getting skewered. Then the DM rolls for each player." And it's got some like roll 1 to 5 your plan fails, 6 plus you dodge out of the way. And it's got a -1 for something and a +1 for something for gold. So it's interesting. So these look like things that happen. For example, that one says it's a trap. And on the back, you decide to take a break and sit on a handy rock where hidden switch triggers a trap. Arrows are shooting at the walls and you can't get through. Each player comes up with a plan, then all players roll for individual outcomes. Okay, these are like actions that seems to happen, it looks like. These blue cards, all look like that they do. These all blue. From the blue, it then goes into goldy ones, which is Hellhound. That one there is. Nice. Unless you want to be a puppy chow, you better teach this bad dog to play dead. So these all look like actions or encounters or creatures that can attack you on these cards from this deck. And this little one here, a shrubbery.
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
We are the knights of Knee. Okay, shrubbery. An awakened shrub slinks into your path. You can't tell how come it's talking, but it demands your name before you can move on. All players except the DM must come up with a name that pleases the shrub. The DM chooses the name that the shrub accepts. And it's got +1 like gold thing down there, so I don't know if you get a gold coin for giving the name. Okay, cool. These are interesting then. Let's just see, grab another random one. Stuck in the mud. It's got some sort of, it's like My Little Pony. That's me. Stuck in the mud. A unicorn is trapped in the muck. You must save it. Put a plan together to then choose one player to roll for the group's outcome. Okay, so it looks like these are also sort of encounters and things you can go across with, but these are not sort of attacks or traps. These are just interesting things that happen. Like there's another one there, Damsel Distress Signal. I'm assuming a princess stumbles out of the wood and begs you to help her find a lost companion. What do you do? And oh, this is interesting. So it has different outcomes on what you choose. So A, time for a search party, or B, you don't really have time for this, you have monsters to fight. And it's got outcomes for what if you chose A or B. Interesting, yeah. Game, more sort of encounter games. Oh, there is more creatures as well. There's Banshee, Werewolf. So, okay. So, these are golden ones again though. So I wonder if there's a difference between blue. I've noticed from the first set now. Blue was like when the swords fly, and it's a trap. So blue seems to be things that outcomes happen. But gold ones seem to be creatures. What, Lizard Queen, Owlbear. Oh, an Owlbear, nice. Reverse Centaur. So gold seems to be creatures, blue seem to be things that happen. That's that pack. And then this pack here looks different to the others. This is gold, blue, blue, purple, and green cards. I don't know what these are. So, oh right, so backpack card. There's an outside there. I'm assuming these all say backpack card. Yeah. So these gold ones here are all backpack cards. For example, this one is Bulgar's backpack. It says crowbar, large ball of yarn, grappling hook, lock and chains. Okay. And it says down there, whenever you see on an adventure card, a little backpack symbol or satchel symbol, use this card to help you come up with plans. Okay. Interesting, interesting. What is this? Fire Giant 1, whatever this one is. And it's got, again, the Fire Giant has noticed your band of heroes has sent a pack of his fiercest hellhounds. So again, this is some sort of creature attacking you. Rain of Fire, which is Fire Giant 2. These are more sort of scenarios and outcomes and things that are going to happen to you along the way. What are these purple ones then? So, purple ones are, for example, Lyra, Pants on Fire, a magical instrument that sets your enemies ablaze. +2 on the little symbol, whatever that is. You have to use flip card until you have moved to the next location. Oh, it's an item card. So item card things. I'm assuming these purple ones are all item cards then. Let's just, yep, these are all item cards. I just saw Pet Mimic. I did have Pet Mimic in one of my D&D games. I think that's a standard thing that happens in every D&D game. At some point or other, someone somewhere will end up with a pet Mimic. And then these are all shop. It says, oh, one side of them says shop and the other side says combat. The combat, 1 hero's roll to see who attacks first. 2, oh, this looks, are these all the same? Yeah, these are all the same on each side. So I'm assuming these are like cards, and there's 4 of them. So I'm assuming 4 heroes, 4 players. These are like little cheat sheets to help you out. So it shows you combat. It's got 1, 2, 3. Heroes roll to see who attacks first. Then the attacking hero declares what attack or special ability they use, then rolls. 3, the DM rolls for the monster to attack back. The hero subtracts HP if needed. Combat passes clockwise. Take turns battling the monster until it's defeated. The hero who deals the final blow describes their kill. That's kind of pretty much like what I do in most D&D games. When it kills, it gets described the final blow. And then the other side it says shop, level up, 5 gold. Flip over your combat tile to level 2 and reset to 10. Okay, so you level up your characters as you go along. That's interesting. See how that works. Item card, 3 gold. Draw 3 from a deck of item cards. Choose 1, then put the other 2 back. Oh. And revive. When you die, trade in all your gold for 5. Ah, this little symbol here must be a health symbol then. I suppose it's supposed to be like a heart monitor beep thing from one of the machines. Cool. Interesting cards. I say I haven't played it yet. And there's last few bits to get out. Characters, and it looks like there's dice. There's this little round thing. Oh, it looks to me like a holder for, I'm not sure what. I'm assuming your character. I don't know. It can't be your character. Could it be your character? Looks like something like that. I mean, it could be for this. It could be for anything, I suppose. It looks like a holder to put something in front of you. I'm not sure what that's for yet. And dice, D20, 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 4 D20, and they are green, red, blue, and yellow. So I'm assuming you have 1 D20 for each of the characters that you've put 20 players, which are red. These are very, very tiny, these characters. Red, it looks like some sort of, like a sort of dragonborn with a sword and armor. And blue is like, looks like the wizard. It's like a big fireball in his hand. Of course, it's got a fireball. Now, if it's anything like real D&D, you end up fireballing your own players instead of the creatures. Such a rookie mistake that most people do when they first play D&D. Green is like looks like the elf with the bow and arrow. And yellow one is a little dwarf. I like these. These are pretty cool. Shame there's only 4. I wonder if there's any expansion packs for this or not, because there's only 4 characters and 4 cards and stuff, and only 4 decks. I would assume there's going to be an expansion for this. Last thing is this. This looks to me like a card holder, like something you can place something in there, and the cards at the back. So I'm assuming you'd have, for example, I'll put some in there, cards like this in the back to take out. And on the front there, you put something. I don't know what it would be. Like I say, one of these things will sit, possibly. I do not know until I give it a go. Oh, there's something else in there as well. I do not know what that is. I don't have a clue. It's a tiny little thing. Guessing the instructions will tell me. Ah, here it is. It's on the next page. So this tells you a little bit about, like I said, gatekeeper. It tells you about gatekeeper spaces. It tells you about health. Shows you through it. And on the next page, it shows you how it works. Right, so the DM's little setup here, it will face the DM. The outside will have like this. As a player, you'll see just this. But then this, it clips on the cards, and on the DM side, it scrolls down. So I need a gold card. Where are the gold cards? There it is. So for example, as a player, you'd see that. You'd see the creature. As a DM, you'd see information about the creature, all the effects, and this little thing slides down for its health, up and down for its health. And like I say, you have the dice in the tray there, and then your cards will be underneath there. So it's a cool little setup it is, yeah. I'm interested in seeing how this plays. It does, like I said, look very, very simple and very quick. Tells you about combat, order of combat. Anytime a hero rolls a 20 when attacking, they can add +1 damage to their attack. Yeah, that makes sense. Rewards, gold, missing items, give a roll, winning the game. Here we go. How do we win this game? Once you reach the last space of the last dungeon board, it's time to defeat the boss. Ooh. So on the back of the boss tiles are attack set and HP tracker. Okay, so yeah. Heroes take turn clockwise, battling the boss, following the same steps laid in order of combat. Once you defeat the boss, you win the game. Okay, cool. So these 4 are the bosses. There are actually only 4 bosses. So at the end of all 4 tiles, you will have to face a boss, and that's how you win the game. And because obviously each tile, you start a gate, there is 1, 2, 3. So 3 events will happen from the event cards. Could be a creature encounter, could be something interesting happening, but you can also sidestep and add an extra 2 on there. But there will be monsters in these, so you will have to fight monsters, or some sort of event will happen on there. Obviously, you could die, you could lose, but you could gain gold. I'm assuming the more gold you have, the more you can spend, the more you can build your character up. So it'd be interesting. I don't know how you level characters up. I'm sure it did say about leveling characters up. I'm wondering where that is. There must be some sort of character sheet somewhere that tells you how leveling up works and how you spend the gold. Yeah, really interesting. Like I say, it is like a dungeon crawler, a very basic dungeon crawler. I prefer dungeon crawlers where you have individual tiles and events in each one. But yeah, let's say 4 of these. So essentially you could just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you could do 15 moves and then you're fighting the boss. So it could be a very quick game. Then you add 2 from each tile as well, make it a little bit longer or more difficult. Yeah, I'm glad I picked this up for the price, because it does seem like a fun game. It does. My camera just shut itself off. A little message on it that said, "You seem to have filmed for a long time. We're just going to save this information. You can carry on in a minute." It's like, what? I've never seen it do this before. Obviously, this video has been very long. I apologise. I'll edit it to make it as short as possible. I've been filming for over 20 minutes. I think it's the first time I've filmed for anything like that length of time without stopping the camera in between stuff. So hopefully the footage is saved. I was just saying at the end, it's completely threw me that has. I was saying at the end that I'm really looking forward to playing this game. I'm really excited to play it. It does seem very, very basic. It is like D&D combat, but not the full combat. It's like a basic form of D&D combat. It seems like a gateway game into board gaming if you haven't played like a very basic one. But I'm still excited to play it and see what the scenarios play out like and see what everything in there. Still looks like it could be fun. Looks like a fast, quick, fun game as well. So probably something you can chuck your backpack and bring down a pub and one afternoon and play with some friends actually. Yeah, I will be playing the game. I'll do a separate video afterwards and let you know. Like my good friend Nick Terrell, I think I can't do a board game review without mentioning him because he does some amazing board game reviews. He does a review where he unboxes like this, and there's a separate video where he does some gameplay, and there's a video where he does a review. I probably won't do any gameplay videos, but I'll probably just do a little review on give you my thoughts, final thoughts, make it like a short 5-minute video maybe, and let you know the pros and cons, what I thought of it. But comment, like, share, subscribe, all normal YouTube stuff. Let me know what you think of this unboxing. Let me know what you think of this game, if you've played this game, or if you play board games at all, or dungeon crawlers, if you're into it or not. I am going to go away and close up a little bit, read up on the rules, and play the game. I'm the Geeky Heathen. As always, much love. Until next time, stay awesome.